Hello Capricorn, it's Lorene again from Insight Readings with your insights for the month of 20. With that said, I just want to give you a great big shout out and thank you with absolute gratitude for being the sun sign with the most views, and therefore I'm putting your reading out first this month. It's just in honor to say thank you so much for your support, for sticking with me, and for the likes. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your love and for your steadfastness with regards to the channel and passion. So I'm going to get straight into our reading again. And with that said, I just want to call on spirit guides, guardian angels, a source, higher self and God, please to be present to give me clarity, wisdom, discernment, to bring the messages for Capricorn with absolute discernment and integrity. Thank you. Thank you for your guidance. Amen. Okay, so we're going to do this again. I'm going to cut it into 3 piles, and then we'll do 3 rows, and then link it. That seemed to get quite a nice setup. No, Spirit is... I'm going to draw these randomly. Sorry, that's how I'm being led. So our first row will be sort of the first part of this, the second middle part, and then the third, obviously, towards the end of this. What are the energies for Capricorn Spirit? Thank you. What are the energies? There we go. They're starting to stick. So we're ready now for our reading. Thank you, Spirit. Oh. Well, that card is there. That card is definitely our first card. All right. I want to get these nicely into the camera so that you can see them. I've finally got this set up, I think, the way that I've wanted, so that we can see clearly. I have a camera from above, and thank goodness I've asked my husband to do that for me, and he's set it up beautifully. So there we go. Okay, so I can see that. Alright, so we start off here with our first week with a lot of anxiety, 9 of Swords, conflict, anxiety, lack of sleep, harsh words possibly, but getting to the end or the closure of a cycle. And we see in this deck here, it's wisdom. You've got to use your wisdom in something, because we have the owl there, and the owl signifies wisdom and intuition. It could be dealing with something from the past that has come to a close, because the window has the swords across it, so it's sort of closed. That's caused a lot of heartache. We have the 3 swords coming down, and you know, with the moon, moon is about fated events that have brought a lot of anxiety. But there is the 3 candles here, meaning that there's a foundation being built, like there's something coming into your life, because 3, this would be like the 3 of Wands, almost like the card of knowing that there's something that you desire that is coming in, like almost like your loot is coming in, and thinking about it. She's not sitting here where the window is dark. In normal decks, this window is open, yet there's been 6 of Swords, so moving to something that, you know, 6 of Swords is about the light at the end of the tunnel. So you're seeing something clearly, and it brings, although it's been difficult because of the Swords energy, although it's been difficult, you have wisdom, and intuitive wisdom to deal with this painful situation, difficult situation, by clear thought as well, and maybe in dreams or something like that. But it is a 9, so it is sort of something coming to the end of a cycle. And then it is the next card is the Knight of Pentacles, and this is about your own energy, Capricorn, which is Pentacles, and that is about slow movement forward, checking details out about something. Sorry. I want to just say, as I always do, this is a general reading. So you put it in the situation you find yourself in, whether it is a relationship, your career, something you're dealing with in general. You have to use your intuition. We all have intuition, and that is the moon, and use it. Wherever it hits a nerve, it's for you. If it doesn't resonate for you, then it's not for you, and then you can move on and try maybe your rising sign or your moon sign to find something that resonates more. But yeah, is confirming that, moving on. And the clarity of, sorry about this frog in the throat. I'm going to pause this and come back to you. Sorry about that, Capricorn. I think I have a bit of sinus. Okay, so this Knight of Pentacles is about slow, gradual movement forward. There is a mission, there's a goal, there's something you're possibly defending, because his shield is standing up here. Something to do with possibly money, because it's Pentacles, or with security, or with a home, or something tangible, something that you're working towards that brings you longevity, that lasts. But moving forward gradually, because horses bring that forward movement, and possibly dealing with family. We have the rabbit. The rabbit is a family signifier for me. And then the beetles, yeah, is, the beetles, the scarab beetle was something that the Egyptians used as well, working towards it because they are so strong. They just plod on. Never mind how much and how much is on their back, they can plod on through it and get to the point. And we can see that the horse is moving one way, but he's looking and defending sort of something to the side or to the back. But there's a lot of green here, so there's abundance because of the slow, gradual movement. And on this card we have this gold as well. And then, we have the Six of Swords. I hadn't even seen it. There you had the Six of Swords across the window and with the 3 down. So there's some form of heartbreak, but there's sort of clarity that is coming with it, and something that is being built that's coming towards you, enlightenment with wisdom. And here we have the Six of Swords, the little boat moving on. The moon again, turning your back on what doesn't serve you anymore. She's got her oar, so she's doing this on her own. She has help, but she's getting herself through this choppy water that was there. And taking the lessons. Oh, word, yeah, we start again. Sorry, Capricorn. Okay. I must apologize for that, but I'm going to take it as a message from Spirit that somehow, blue is about speaking your truth, and swords is about having that difficulty, maybe not to speak your truth. Maybe you've not been able to speak your truth, or being able to put your clarity to a situation, and you turned your back on it. Moving forward, helping yourself with your own oar to get through this muddle of emotion, as well as situations of conflict that you're dealing with swords. Swords is about conflict. And we have the little frog here, and frogs is a creature that lives between worlds. He lives in the water and on land. So somehow you feel between worlds, between emotions and between your head and your heart, there I can speak. So something where you've not been able to speak your truth, but working towards it. That's the first week of it. Towards the middle of this, we have the Strength card, which is beautiful energy. It's a major arcana card. And Strength is all about, you see, she has this chain on this line. So somehow she's managed to get control of whatever it is, and he's looking at those thoughts. And so is she at where you seeing the light in all the pain that you feel, but then also seeing some foundation being set there and coming to fruition. Strength is about having the strength to honor whatever you've committed yourself to have the power of your convictions, or stick to whatever you've decided, being able to tame whatever's brought you a lot of heartache, conflict, because she tames the line. The line is the thing that brings you fear, that The lion is your beast, your demon, your tormentor in this card, but she manages to tame that, and he allows it because of the way that she's gone about it with grace, being non-confrontational, so he didn't confront back. He being gentle and having the courage to take on something like that, and he allows her to lead him. So being able to overcome what has been extremely difficult, and it is as the past and the present collide. There's that perpetual motion. It's the infinity sign, and moving forward quite gracefully. Yeah, beautiful energy. And what is it about? A Page of Cups, maybe dealing with younger people, pages or younger people. But there's some form of using emotion, communicating with emotion, because it's cups. It could be messages received and messages given regarding emotions. It could be apologies. It could be a gift in a sense. But we have Ivy in the background, and what does Ivy do? Ivy creeps. So there's slow growth. It's right in the same line. Slow growth, slow movement towards something. And he's looking at something that's been lost. Okay, if we look at that, and so is the Knight. Something has been lost here. There's a lack. There's a loss of something emotional as well as financial, and there's been conflict in this reading, and that's the energies you're dealing with. And then at the bottom here we have the Four of Cups. Once again, something about then we have the Three Cups, and not focusing on those three cups, feeling disillusioned with them. You have the Four of Cups. We see the little mouse coming here to steal something that you're not focused on. And that's possibly your emotions, or your something to do with family and friends, something that brings you a foundation that is emotionally fulfilling, because you're not focused on it. You're feeling bored or disillusioned or unhappy. But in this card, you're actually looking up at the cup that's being offered to you. You're looking at it, knowing that there's an offer or an opportunity, the Holy Grail, being presented to you, that will fill something that fulfills a desire, a happiness, an emotion, because Four at the end of the day is finding emotional stability, and I think that's what you're looking for. There's the cup, here's the cup. We'll go in depth into this, and then towards the end of this we have the Queen of Cups, again emotions. And I do feel that this is somebody coming to you, or your own emotions, offering you a cup of love, coming to you with emotional support, being somebody you can emotionally rely on, because the Queen of Cups is somebody that is in control of her emotions, and she gives emotional support, very caring, and she's offering the cup as well. The Five of Pentacles is a sense of lack, a sense of loss, a sense of poverty, something that is missing, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like there's nobody to support you in a practical way, and having to take care of yourself. But in actual fact, what it really means is that you yourself, you see this woman with the child here, has turned her back on the support that is offered in a sense. And would rather just look at the situation as it is, and not focus on anything else, which is challenging. A Five, and then there's a lot of people involved in this, because we have 1, 2, 3 people cards in this as well. So here's a Page of Swords, and this is about information being given and received that could be to do with conflicts, about looking over documents with a good eye, because the Page of Swords is you need to check documents, you need to have that truth. We have that blue again here, something that you need to check details with. He has his sword pointing down in this card, so put your guard down, but check everything very carefully, because there's a choice that needs to be made here, and somehow there's a guardrail here. So you've got to have your guard up there to make it, to listen to this. It is feathers. There's information coming in here. But look at it in a psychic sense because of the purple and the blue with truth and honor. So if I do this reading and connect it, I want to connect it with the Lenormand cards. And I know your reading is going to be a little bit long, but this is quite an in-depth reading. And what do we have here, Spirit? What connects these cards? The investigation, absolutely that. The magnifying glass is that you need to investigate things a little bit deeper. Double 4 there, it's a master number, something you need to check, the details, information about an offer that possibly is made, to have the strength and the conviction to actually go for it because it might be difficult. And yeah, you have that coming to light and the closure of a cycle. So something to do with contracts and details. It could be work, it could be something that has been lost, or a cycle that is closed, with regards to a feminine person in your life that you are emotionally connected to. That's a possibility as well. Okay, and then if we do it this way, the closing energies, this Spirit, and then we have interviews, dealing with the public, the meeting, but dealing with public in a sense. So you go to a meeting, you call to a meeting, you're discussing things with somebody in a public situation, and somehow you're looking at it, looking at the details and carefully. There is some offer, there's some discussion here, some message coming, but there's a sense of lack or loss here when it comes to finances or support, and here's the public meeting with regards to it. You know, in tarot is the judgment card as well, so there could be some form of judgment or something here, birth and renewal, something that you need to deal with, and we do have the 8 at the bottom there as well. And in the last row, there's loss. There's something that has been stolen, you need to be aware of it. There's slow nibbling and gnawing at what is important. You know, the mice get into your pantry, so your larder, whatever your stash is, your food, what is your support, they gnaw away at it. They bring a lot of anxiety. And here we have, you looking at this, you see it. There's something being offered to you that you kind of like disillusioned, but you know there's something coming to you. But it says check the details because something is not the way it seems. Something is being 7 of clubs. This is the thief card, the card of losing something in little bits because they gnaw and carry away what is important and what has value. Okay, so Spirit, I just want to close this reading. We will close it with a oracle card. What is the energy for Capricorn for this month of August? It seems to be quite tough with regards to contracts, communication, conflict, around finances, because we have pentacles as well as emotions. We have a lot of cups here as well. So something that's been quite difficult. What is the investigation about, Spirit? And then we have 4 of Ariel. That is your whatever you've invested in. That investigation, something you invested in when it comes to finances, because the 4 of Pentacles deals with finances, and it's saying here 4 of Pentacles, when you give you also receive, but they're being resistant to change, possibly extremes on how you save or spend your money. Maybe you need to investigate that, and possibly, you know, with what's happening with the COVID at the moment as well. I want to put this on top, seeing it's bigger. But the 4 of Ariel can also be, he's got a treasure trove there and he's stashing something. He's checking his investments. He's totally solid and putting his feet down, the 4 again, about what he wants in a solid fashion as well. What is the meeting, the public meeting? What is that all about, Spirit? Thank you. Queen of Michael, that is, you need to use your head. You've got to be clear. It's about being brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, but also having a sense of humor in this meeting. Speaking your truth again, but using your solar plexus with the yellow to bring peace into this situation. Because the Queen of Swords can be somebody that it deals with the legal profession as well. You have a lot of this. So there could be legal here, it could be a contract, it could be work, but using your decisiveness to make a choice and a decision in a mature way, because you know exactly what to do, because she's mature. So there's that benefit of experience and a time for your career rather than relationships. So possibly you're going for an interview or something like that, but being totally invested in some detail here and having a look at that. What are the mice about? What is the loss? What is the theft? What is the anxiety? What is the challenge? Because he's in a choice that is being made here in an office spirit. More clarity on that. Two of Michael, there is a choice exactly there too. With swords again, there's a choice that you have to make here. It's like a crossroads, you know. But you know, there is the new dawn that is arriving there with truth, and unicorns is about magical new beginnings starting. And it will be better if you just make that choice, that decision that you need to make, you know, with regards to what is happening here with this loss, anxiety, what is being gnawed away. And maybe it's saying here that you might be over-analyzing a problem, and that could cause anxiety, and you need to find that compromise here. It could be you holding the sword, you know, and sort of dissecting too much because the offer is given to you and maybe you feel it's not right and something has been taken from you. But there needs to be a compromise in some sense here. This Capricorn, let me know that resonates for you. I'd love to hear that. I read all the comments and I really do appreciate them. Thank you. And thank you for a like. A thumbs up, thank you. That is such a blessing to me and a gift because it helps channel as well. So I want to ask Spirit here, what is the overall theme here and oracle message for Capricorn as they navigate through this month of August, which brings a lot of challenge with a decision that needs to be investigated here, and a choice on possibly finances. That's awesome. Music for manifesting. So you are manifesting something here. And it says to manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing or play music. So yes, enjoying yourself to a sense. Not just the work. Actually having a bit of fun as well. Maybe you're isolating yourself and not having any fun. But what Spirit is basically saying there is that if you enjoy music, you might hear something. There might be a synchronicity there for you, you know, where you hear something to bring that harp. It brings something to you. So I'm going to read it here, and it says, music is a powerful ally in your spiritual path. So it serves to boost your manifestation powers. Music is part of the invisible realm and is of a higher frequency than that of the physical plane. It wraps us in a protective shield to guard us from negative energies. It also lifts our emotions and thoughts to joyful levels. So there we have it, and that's exactly what you're dealing with. By drawing this card, you're urged to play any type of music that suits your mood as often as possible. Move your body to the music and breathe in deeply as you listen to it, drawing in the energy of each note. Use music as a manifestation tool. First sit quietly and think of the desire. Imagine that your dream has already come true and feel that reality in your stomach as warmth, peace, excitement or security. Feel gratitude in your heart. As you enjoy these feelings, begin to chant, hymn or sing. This self-made music sends your manifestation into the ethers, and where it coagulates and into something that is tangible reality. And that's what you're trying to create here, some tangible, something in the physical realm, but it seems to cause a lot of conflict. So this could resonate with a possible business or an interview or discussions around finances and loss, but sort of looking at all of it. In this middle row, we see everything is looking towards a sense of lack. But yeah, you have clarity with regards to this public getting together and speaking, interview, because you know exactly what to do here. So at the end of the day, you have that clarity because of the experiences that you've gone through, and focusing on your career rather than the relationships that you're dealing with, yeah, that possibly bring disharmony or change or loss to you or anxiety. So with that said, I'm going to set you free and say thank you so much for your support again, Capricorn.